To continue, one of the newly launched feature of Canvas is a course level analytics. So this can be viewed under new analytics section. This is a good way to keep track of the progress of the class or student. So it actually provides a graphical representation of course grade, weekly online activity, which includes page views and average participation as well as resources. And of course, it also allows tracking student progress, individual progress of students, and of course, sending them a quick link for you to send them feedback or message perhaps. Next component of a digital learning is accessibility. So Canvas has a lot of way for you to make sure that your content is available, and of course your feedback and your supervision as well as your presence in an online course or digital learning is consistent. So you can post announcement, you can use inbox to email student and even your co-teachers. Make sure that you are have the same course enrolled or assigned. You can also use calendar and scheduler to make office hours. Like for example, you could create an event, quickly add assignment, and appoint group or individual for consultation perhaps. And these are visible in the course calendar as well as to your enrolled student. And of course, it's a best practice to use and modify notification setting to ensure communication. And make sure that you also orient your student about this so that they know or they can receive notification through text, or if they prefer it, using the email or post notification if they download that. Using conferences to hold virtual hour or virtual meeting. Canvas actually have this built-in powered by big blue button. So conferences lets you do a synchronous learning or activity with your student, wherein you can share screen and of course administer polls and other things. It's also best that you download mobile app Canvas teacher for instructors like you, and of course Canvas student for student. It will make your digital learning environment portable and very accessible to those students who are using smartphone devices only. Okay, I also included in my presentation a quick start checklist for teaching with Canvas. Although it is thoroughly discussed in my previous webinar series in USPF Tech Talk Cove Innovated Specialist Series, I just put it here as a review. There are 5 steps for you to quick start checklist for teaching with Canvas. First step is you need to review support resources within Canvas to know what type of help and support is available in Canvas, and of course where to get the help if you want to in navigating and using Canvas LMS features. The next step is of course you have to make sure you have a definite plan for your digital learning, whether it's on a daily or a weekly basis, so that you can now start preparing to launch your courses. But the step 3 is, instead of going through creating the course design yourself, you can actually use course template and prepare to launch. This way, you can focus more on building and managing your courses, like presenting topics, preparing what activities and assessment to use, as well as how you're going to provide feedback, which is the step 4. And finally, step 5, maintain connection with students. Communicate as much as possible, as immediate as possible, as regularly as possible. So a for the details of those discussion, you can visit the link for practical and pedagogical approach using Canvas LMS recorded version. Okay, next is the recommended other digital platforms, especially for K-12. Okay, Google for Education. So I think most of you are familiar with this. If you have a Gmail account or a Google account, I'm sure you were able to use some, if not all, some of these useful tools provided by Google rather, which is free and very accessible. First is of course the Google Drive for free online or cloud storage. And then of course later I'll be discussing on the Classroom, which could be an alternative for LMS. Then you have Mail as a communication tool to send email. You can also have Google Calendar to set your events and virtual meetings. Then you have productivity tools that include docs, sheets, and slides. And lastly, of course, we have Google Forms if you want to create surveys or even quizzes, graded quizzes. Okay, let's focus on Google Classroom capabilities. Okay, Google Classroom is actually being introduced way back by USPF ICT department before there's implementation of Canvas LMS. So Google Classroom is very easy. Once you have you only need a Google account. So for students and teachers, we need a Google account to create or join classes. So I actually have this example, my class way back 2017, wherein I created a virtual classroom using Google Classroom. And recently, they actually have improved on the interface as well as some of the tools they integrate in Google Classroom, such as, of course, now they have stream for announcement and posting, and then of course they have classwork, and then of course they have people and grade. Aside from, of course, you could access Google Classroom by class code, and they also have an addition, the link for your class to meet virtually online using Google Meet. So you could create classwork and assign topic now. These are some of the topics, classwork that you could create. You can create assignment. You can also create quiz assignment using Google Form. You also have questions, like it mimic like a discussion, or student can ask questions, and then you can post materials from directly from your Google Drive and other tools integrated to Google. And of course, they now organize certain activities or classwork by that. Okay. Another is Facebook as a learning tool. So, for example, like kindergarten to grade 3, perhaps, where this level needs ample supervision and support from parents. So, Facebook, since most of the parents nowadays are into Facebook. So, if all, if not most, are have Facebook, and of course, this could be easy way for this could be a convenient way for you to create to start virtual class. So you can start with creating a big group, a private one. So like USPF EduTech have a private group which is open for full-time and part-time academic and teaching staff of USPF. So what are Facebook offering as a learning tool? They actually have tools for surveys. You could also do documentation or documenting, like, creating albums and all. You could also go live on Facebook, or you could um, use the watch party. And then, of course, you can add events. And then, of course, a free and easy way to communicate is creating a group chat through Messenger. So although Facebook is primarily a social used for social media, uh, perhaps we could try to rediscover Facebook and try to check if there are features that we could integrate or we could use as a learning tool, just to make sure you review group settings and privacy settings. Okay, so these are just few of my recommendations. Perhaps we could have um, or I'm sure we will be having series of training for what particular learning platform is prepared by specific department. So EduTech committee will really help you in support. And by the way, you can also add journal links in Facebook. As I was saying, EduTech committee will help and support faculty in this endeavor, especially in this time of COVID-19 pandemic. So resources, these are the resources which I get. And of course, for USPF EduTech support, you could email at edutech@uspf.edu.ph. You could also join FE group, USPF Educational Technology, and subscribe to our YouTube account, USPF EduTech, for videos and tutorials related to utilizing educational technology. Thank you for listening. Maayong hapon.